Snake, don't move a muscle. There's an advent patrol just up ahead. You'll want to be sure not to show your face around there.
Any ideas?
Since they haven't spotted you yet, you should be able to take them by surprise. If you or one of your squad mates have an explosive weapon, you should be able to easily group all of them in the blast. Snake, be very careful. That particular alien species is known as a berserker. It's powerful enough to split you in half without even getting winded. But that's not all. Because of various combat stimulants constantly pumped into its bloodstream, it shrugs off most damage dealt to it. You'll just make it angrier.
Isn't there a weapon I can use against him somewhere?
The commander issued you a frost grenade, right? Using that should freeze the enemy in their tracks.
So will that stop it?
No, but it should buy you enough time to hit it hard until it finally drops. Snake, do you have eyes on the enemy VIP? What about that one in civilian's clothes?
It's him. No doubt about it.
Good. As you heard during the briefing, the spokesman has tasked us with preventing their escape, as this individual is particularly involved in the development of the Avatar project. If possible, though, we'd like to bring them in alive for interrogation.
What kind of interrogation?
I'm afraid I can't tell you that. Not because of alleged uses of enhanced interrogation techniques, but because I won't be involved with the interrogation.
Oh well, forget about it.
Besides, such methods would essentially be giving up the humanity we're trying to protect. I doubt the higher-ups would resort to such means of extracting information.
I wonder about that.
Moving back to the subject of the mission, make sure you prevent the target from escaping. Don't let the promise of additional intel ultimately compromise the primary objective.
Got it.
Snake, that particular Advent trooper is part of the Green Spectrum Division. Unlike the regulars, these troopers don't use conventional bullets for their weapons.
You mean they use chemical weapons instead?
Yes, their weapons are loaded with what's been fittingly dubbed venom rounds. Just as it sounds, contained inside is a deadly venom extracted from one of the other alien species that will not only damage you over time, but will drastically reduce your aim and maneuverability while you're infected.
I don't like it.
Make sure you take it out before it can hit you or one of your squad mates.
Okay.
If you do get hit, you'll have to get patched up by the medic in your squad to stamp out the infection. If you don't have a medic, or the medic kits are out of charges, you'll just have to tough it out until your body can fight off the infection on its own.
Jeez, you sound like a doctor. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Good. I have a clear view of it as well. This looks troubling.
What's up?
It looks like those pods near the entrance have civilians.
This is a civilian base?
I doubt it. Maybe this is where any particularly problematic individuals are sent after detainment in the cities.
Why? If they wanted to dispose of them, why wouldn't they just dismantle them right away?
I don't know. Perhaps they just don't have the manpower to sort through all of them at once.
So, that's why it's so big.
Snake, get in there and retrieve anything that looks to be of value for scientific analysis. This is the best lead we've got for finding out what the enemy is up to.
Okay, got it.
Snake, that's one of the Elders chosen. This one is known as the Hunter. It uses a highly advanced sniper rifle to pinpoint enemy targets from extremely long ranges, even through walls.
Sounds pretty serious.
This chosen is known to efficiently hunt Reapers, a resistance faction known for its effective stealth and evasion tactics. They won't be fooled by a cardboard box.
Oh, great.
Additionally, the Hunter is equipped with a grappling hook and concussion grenade, further emphasizing the threat he poses.
That's not the bad news either.
Did you notice something?
That's a tranquilizer gun.
Good eye, Snake. You have a lot of experience with those, don't you? Yes, the Hunter is capable of switching its pistol's firing mode to a tranquilizer shot. Anyone that gets hit by it will be temporarily incapacitated. All of these factors put together make the chosen Hunter an extremely formidable threat.
What should I do? I got no chance of beating him.
Stay calm, Snake. Coordinate with your squad to keep them guessing, but don't stray too far from the others, or it will give the Chosen a chance to capture a squad mate. Don't stay too close either, or it will give the Hunter a chance to use their concussion grenade. The commander suggests remaining at a distance of approximately 20 feet, or roughly 6 meters away from at least one squad member.
Okay, if you say so.
Snake, what have you got there? Is that the newly recovered bolt caster?
It's a weapon that was unavailable in VR training.
Indeed. The bolt caster is a weapon fabricated through, as of yet, unknown means. It may look archaic in its design, but don't let that fool you. The bolt caster packs a punch thanks to the large metal bolt it fires being roughly 35 millimeters in diameter.
It may look strange, but it's very stable.
As you're probably aware, the bolt caster has easily the highest damage output of any other weapon in our arsenal. Even targets that manage to survive the initial impact have a chance to be stunned afterward.
A force to be reckoned with.
There is, of course, a drawback to that power. The bolt caster requires a reload after every single discharge of the weapon. Given the sheer size of its ammunition and the force required to propel it, I doubt its creators could find a way to add a magazine loading mechanism to the design.
Even the greatest masterpiece has its flaws.
Good point. Every piece of technology is created for a reason, even if it might seem impractical to an outsider. But of course, it's not just the weapon that matters, but the person wielding it as well. Show them what it's like to face an efficient one of both, Snake.
It's showtime.
Snake, I see you're wearing the exosuit. As its name suggests, it has a powered exoskeleton that increases physical strength and braces your form to provide additional defense against enemy attacks.
Powered exoskeleton?
Yes, but know that the strength enhancement doesn't increase the density or structural integrity of your bones. So don't go punching any boulders with it, or you might just fracture your hand.
I'm not that big a fool.
The left wrist piece of the suit also has a launching mechanism that can fire the heaviest weapons in our arsenal. Currently, the launcher mechanism has a rocket fashioned to it.
Not exactly a classified weapon for today's powers.
Maybe not, but the launcher mechanism doesn't just work with rockets. It was designed to be modular, meaning it's capable of firing any alternate heavy weapons that the engineering crew are able to cook up in R&D.
Convenient.
With the threat of the Elders and human annihilation looming over us at every turn, we've had to adapt by creating bigger and better weapons.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
Snake, it sounds like your comms have been broken into by the enemy Chosen. We're picking it up too back at base.
What am I supposed to do? I don't even know where he is.
Calm down. It looks like he's all bark and no bite for the moment. Just try to ignore it for now and focus on the operation.
He wasn't using burst transmission. It seems he was transmitting from somewhere on this base.
It seems so. Now we definitely know the Chosen will be here. We just have to make sure to put it down.
Do you know where that transmission originated from?
No, the encryption is too strong. I suspect they're using some kind of psionic link to get into our comms.
He must be somewhere up ahead.
Keep moving until you find something of note that might lead us to their location. The incessant monologuing just proves that they're vulnerable and complacent.
Well, you won't hear it for much longer.
Snake, that enemy is called a Spectre. The Doctor theorizes it's comprised of an incomprehensible number of tiny nanomachines working in tandem to create an easily malleable form to more easily avoid enemy fire.
The nanomachines?
Yes, but they're clearly different from the nanomachines inside you. The entity seems to be capable of incapacitating your squad mates while simultaneously creating an incorporeal clone of that ally that works against you.
Are you kidding me?
I know it sounds insane, but this is the nature of the threat we're dealing with, Snake. Just remember you have something that most of our other recruits don't. Experience. I know you've faced tougher odds in the past, Snake. You have the power necessary to get the job done.
Yeah, I guess so.
If you manage to destroy the Spectre while a copy is active, the copy should dissipate shortly afterward. If you're unable to destroy the Spectre, know that targeting the copy will not harm the original squad member. Snake, someone is contacting you through our transmission frequencies.
I know that. Whoever he is, he's not part of our operation.
We're unable to identify them for the moment, but the only way they would be able to do this is if they broke through our encryption.
Hacked right into my channel, huh?
Yes, which shouldn't be possible. Our channels use the strongest encryption that the doctor and chief engineer were able to provide. It would take an extremely intelligent being to be able to break through our security. But if that were the case, why would they reveal their presence to us?
You think it's a trap to lure us out here?
That's a rather frightening possibility. But whoever they may be, it's clear they have control over systems throughout the entire tower. I doubt he's going to stop sending those automated defenses to you anytime soon.
That should keep our hands full for a while.
I trust you can handle it, Snake. Is there anything I can do to help?
We need to get a fix on who they are.
The central officer is trying their best to pinpoint their location.
Call me if you find out anything.
Snake, we found out who, or rather what, the person that's controlling the tower is, but you're not going to like it.
Just spit it out. I'm used to things going wrong.
A highly advanced AI developed by the chief engineer's father, one calling themselves Julian.
If that's true, what exactly happened here?
Dr. Shen had this facility constructed before the invasion for development of advanced robotics. When Julian was decommissioned by Dr. Shen due to suspicions of inevitable treachery from the risks involved with developing advanced AI, a remnant of his code made its way to this facility and was able to fully reconstruct itself. He must have killed anyone inside the building using the automated units you're fighting right now.
That was a long time ago.
Yes, the building's clearly deteriorated with time. The only reason he's still here must be because he's trapped. We probably won't have to worry about them escaping with the potential to wreak havoc on the world at large.
That's good news.
Even so, we can't breathe easy just yet. Whatever selfish actions he has planned, it can't be good.
How do we deactivate them?
We can't. At least not from the ship. The only hope is for you to infiltrate further and find out where his main storage unit is so you and your squad can destroy it.
So we have to do it ourselves.
There's another small detail. Despite being a digital construct, he clearly sees himself as a sibling to the chief engineer. To have your brother be an advanced artificial creation bent on controlling others, that must be tough.
I think I can relate to that.
Snake, that Chosen just came out of nowhere and struck one of your squad mates.
That was quite a surprise, all right.
This Chosen looks to be able to somehow turn invisible to easily close the distance.
I get it. Stealth camouflage, maybe.
Could be. Don't let its hit-and-run tactics catch you off guard. The Chosen is armed with a shotgun that they can fire in rapid succession, as well as a sword with a blade that's been honed to perfection.
An assassination weapon.
Likely. They are known as the Assassin, after all. The Chosen is also able to use their sword to create what's called a harbor wave that will daze anyone it hits.
How do you know that?
Because I've watched the recordings from previous operations, so I have as much knowledge on our enemy's tactics and habits as possible. Don't you do the same, Snake? Are you implying that you just wing it every time you do an op? Honestly, Snake, I had a higher opinion of you.
We can talk about this later.
Okay, Snake. Keep moving forward toward Valen's signal.
We'll link up after I grab the doctor.
Her signal is still quite a ways forward. We're detecting multiple life signs throughout the base, but we're unable to determine if she's actually still alive.
All right. We'll deal with the rest when we get there.
That place is crawling with vipers. Counting you, that makes at least 6 snakes.
Hey, this isn't first grade math class. Stop messing around.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. Jokes aside, most of the Vipers you're finding there seem to be quite early in their life cycle and are weaker than regular Vipers. It shouldn't take much damage to disable them.
What is this place?
The signal we received from Dr. Valen led us here. If I were to guess, she must have kept this base in reserve to continue her research on the contingency of failing to protect Earth from the initial invasion. It looks like she was performing experiments on some of the more dangerous alien species in the hopes of turning them against their masters.
That's exactly the line that scientists are never meant to cross.
Well, she may have acknowledged that, but perhaps she used the severity of the situation to justify her curiosity. Intrigue can be a startlingly effective motivator, and she wouldn't be the first doctor we know of that performed experiments on an unwitting participant.
Don't remind me.
So Snake, with all these Vipers around, there's another joke I've been wanting to make.
I can't wait to hear this.
What do you get when you cross a snake in a pie?
I'm done here.
Snake, your squad mate is being psionically controlled by an enemy unit. They'll do everything in their power to stop you now, even at a cost to themselves.
Just like Psycho Mantis.
Yes, the comparison is rudimentary, but not entirely inaccurate. So this should be nothing new to you. Don't hurt them if you can help it. Try to take out the enemy that's doing the controlling to break the connection.
So, he built his army from the ranks of his defeated enemies.
Say again, Snake? You think the alien species are just being psionically controlled by the Elders?
That's a scary thought. Now you've got me curious.
Well, either way, we can't afford to be compassionate right now, especially for something we're uncertain of. Looking at things as they stand in this very moment, that alien is in our way. So back to the mission. Take out the alien that's controlling our soldier to get our ally back. Leave the speculation and sympathy to the people dedicated to planning and morals.
Got it.
Snake, I see the commander issued you the serpent suit. Fitting. Wearing it will greatly increase your maneuverability thanks not only to the fitted grappling hook, but also because the suit naturally emits subtle pheromones that strengthen the muscles in your legs and heighten your senses for better reaction time. Be careful inside it, though. It was made using a large amount of unknown alien materials and the corpse of an already highly unstable ruler alien.
Oh gee, I feel so much better knowing that.
Because of the cryogenetic nature of the original alien, you might just freeze while you wear it.
Exactly. The coolant can be a weapon as well.
Good thinking. According to the doctor, the wrist-mounted grapple hook also has a mechanism that will discharge a large amount of fluid that instantly freezes on contact with oxygen. If used right, you may be able to use it to disable an enemy.
I plan on it.
You'll only be able to use it once per deployment, though, so make it count. Snake, it looks like you're fighting alongside one of the legends of the old war.
Really? Who would that be?
That's Peter Van Dorn. Originally working as a UN official, he joined XCOM in 2015 to help fight against the original alien invasion. Legend says he's never missed a shot to date.
Doesn't look that tough to me.
Well, whether you believe it or not, he's shown to be extremely proficient with ballistic weaponry and can withstand fire from entire hordes of enemies without so much as a scratch. One thing's for sure, he's not going down without a fight.
Yeah, whatever you say, Colonel.
Snake, as the central officer just mentioned, your mission is a simple hit and run. Eliminate the Advent high-value target before they have a chance to escape, then get out before the enemy can figure out what's going on.
Okay. By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
There is no diversionary operation. Snake, we only have one dropship, and I doubt the commander is willing to allocate valuable time, resources, and manpower to constructing another just because you can't handle a few more dime-a-dozen grunts blocking your path. We barely even have enough soldiers to send out on covert actions with the other factions, as things already stand.
I was just asking. Sheesh. Well, it's back to the mission for me.
Snake, it looks like you're fighting alongside the legendary Sam Fisher. Well, legendary, only in our specific circle of influence, as most, if not all of the documents that might have kept records of his operations have been destroyed or otherwise lost. Originally working for a secret government organization operating in the United States known as Third Echelon, Sam Fisher has successfully completed numerous solo operations protecting the world at large using advanced stealth and espionage tactics. A solo stealth agent working for a secret government agency to protect the world, not entirely unlike you, Snake.
Good thing I survived long enough to meet him on the field of battle, huh?
Well, yes. I suppose this meeting has been a bit overdue. Just don't get caught up in the novelty of it all and make sure to get the job done.
With that stealth camouflage, he should be able to hide safely.
With your combined stealth tactics, you should have little problem getting past the enemy and completing your primary objective. Get out there and show them what us relics of the past can do. Snake, I see you're wearing the rage suit. It should allow you to... Wait. Snake, what are you doing?
Falcon Punch!
As I live and breathe, is that?
It's him. It must be. Raiden.
Nice to know we're not the only ones still around from the old days.
I can't believe it.
Last time we heard anything from him was just after the Outer Haven incident. He went dark not long after that. Honestly, your guess is as good as mine where he's been and what he's been doing since 2015.
I don't know. Maybe I'll ask him personally.
Well, before that, you've still got a mission to complete. I know you two have worked well together in the past. Show me what you can do.
The two of us can handle it, don't worry. I don't think I can go through all that again. Please save the mission.
I'm not the one that handles that, Snake. Times have changed, you know?
Oh, that's right.
Having trouble adjusting to the new environment, Snake?
After you've been through as many wars as me, it's hard to trust anyone.
I understand. But even if you don't trust the others, learning to trust them may be something you just have to put up with.
So's war, and I've done that all my life.
But our lives aren't over just yet, Snake. The world may be in more danger than we've ever seen it, so we can't afford to let our prejudices hold us back.
Yeah, I know.
Ironically, if it weren't for Advent's gene therapy clinics, you and I would have turned into fossils a decade ago.
Really? You've never trusted those. Why would you start now?
Probably the same reason you did from your accelerated aging. I knew I still had things to get done, and couldn't let the encroachment of age slow me down. I understand it was the nanomachines in your body that caused your rapid aging. I'm sorry you had to be cursed with such an affliction.
I wouldn't say that.
What do you mean?
Without the codec, I wouldn't be able to talk to you like this.
I guess that's true. All of our other communication equipment uses an adaptation of standard radio transmission. Because we're the only ones on the crew with nanomachines in us, we're the only ones that can use the codec.
That's right. We got a lot of use out of this thing.
Feels like Shadow Moses was just yesterday, back when Mei Ling was the one that handled your saves.
That was a long time ago.
And yet, after all this time, we're still here, fighting for a better future. Seems like some things never change, huh, Snake?
Maybe it's the world that doesn't, or won't, change.
Maybe you're right. Well, is there anything else I can do for you, Snake?
How can I check in and save my progress?
You'll have to ask the commander that. They're the ones saving your data.
I understand.